Guys, so I'm going to show you some tips to help make using Canvas a little bit easier. So first what you're going to do is you're going to go to bookmarks on your Chromebook and you'll click and you'll go down until you see Canvas. And then you'll click right there. And then what loads up is called your dashboard, and your dashboard's where you'll see all of your classes. So there are two different types of views on dashboard, and I'm going to show you which one that seems to be the easiest to follow. So this one's called the card view. It lets you see kind of a little picture if your teacher adds one and the name of your class. There's also list view. List view, when you first see it, does look kind of helpful, but when it gets down to it, it's really not the best view because it only shows you what is due that day. So if yours looks like this, what you need to do is go to the top corner, click the three dots, and change it to card view. You can also click right here and deselect the color overlay. If your pictures look like this and it kind of looks funny with that color over it, you just need to click it and make sure there's not a check mark beside it. So over here on your right hand side, you'll see a to-do list. This to-do list doesn't show you everything that your teacher wants you to do for the day, so don't depend only on this to-do list. It does show you some of the things, but it doesn't show you everything. So what you need to do is you need to make sure you're going into the class every day and looking at the modules to see what you need to do, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. If you scroll down, you'll see a section that says recent feedback, and this is some of the things that your teacher has graded on Canvas. But if you want to see your true grade and everything that's in the grade book so far, you need to make sure you're going to Infinite Campus. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to follow a typical 6th grade day schedule because I'm using a 6th grader's Canvas right now to do this video. So what I'm going to show you is click right here, and then you're going to go to the Long Cane Middle School website. I'm going to show you how to find a schedule that Miss Glisson has made. So you just type in Long Cane Middle School in your search bar, and it's going to be the first website that comes up. Once it loads, you need to scroll down. The first thing you see is our announcements, which you should go over every week just so you don't miss anything. And the second one on our website is always going to be this virtual academy information. If you'll scroll in this, you'll see a suggested schedule that Miss Glisson made for each grade level. While it's not mandatory to follow this, it is very helpful. The only thing that's mandatory for each grade is this yellow section, which is the live meet. So today's Monday, so I'm going to follow this 6th grader's suggested Monday schedule if he were a virtual student. So the first thing, it says check Canvas for math assignments. So I'm going to go to dashboard, I'm going to load it back up, and I'm going to find my math class. And click it back to card view real quick because I forgot to save it on there last time. And I'm going to find my math class. Miss Cunningham's my math teacher, so I'm going to go straight to her class. So what I'm going to do every day is I need to look at modules. If Miss Cunningham had an announcement for me, it would be right here at the top, but today she doesn't have any announcements for me to read over, so I'm just going to go straight on over to modules. And then I'm going to hit this collapse all button, and it makes all of the old weeks collapse down, and it makes it a little bit easier to scroll through. So I'm going to collapse this one, and then I'm going to get down to today. Today is Monday, October 19th. So I'm going to click on the first thing that's under Monday, October 19th. I'm going to read through the directions. This tells me I need to do 2 lessons in my iReady pathway, and it tells me everything I need to do. So from there, I'd go to iReady, and I would do what she needed me to do. And you can go to iReady on your Chromebook by going to Clever. So you need to come over here and find Clever. You would log in with Google. And this is my my Clever dashboard. I'm going to scroll down until I see iReady. And since I'm doing Miss Cunningham's work right now, I'm going to go to math. And I would need to complete 2 lessons. So once I'm done with my 2 lessons, I can click out of this and go back to iReady. It does say that it's due by Friday, so that doesn't mean I have to do both of those today, but you could if you wanted to. So I'm done with this. I'm going to go back to modules. I'm going to scroll on down until I see this week, Monday. I'm going to go to the next one. It says Standard Algorithm Division Video. And Miss Cunningham wants me to watch this video, so I'm just going to click on it and it's going to open up. And I would watch this video on YouTube. And then once after the 11 minutes are up and the video's over, I can click out of that and go back to Canvas. I'm going to go back to modules. It's always better to just hit the modules button instead of the back button because it always takes you straight back to this. And the back button sometimes can mess you up. So I just watched the video, so I'm going to go down to classwork. It says today we're starting lesson 8. There's a Dear Family letter. I'm skipping it because I'm afraid it may confuse you. Join the video on page 169 and complete pages 169 through 172 with the video, omitting page 171. So Miss Cunningham gives me all the directions I need. So I'm just going to click the play video, and after the video, she tells me I need to do pages 169, 170, and 172. So after I'm done watching the video, I'm going to go to the classwork. Go back to modules, and I'll scroll down until I see the homework. I'm just going to keep going all the way through my Monday work. This is my homework. It says we need to play this Who Wants to Be a Hundredaire? Screen capture your prize money when it gets to at least 80, then upload your image and submit under this assignment with an uploaded image. So what you would do for that is you would hit the CTRL and the button that kind of looks like a square with 2 lines beside it. And that'll screenshot it and save it to your computer. Then what you would do is you would go to submit its assignment and you would choose that file that saves to your Chromebook. So once you have screenshot a picture, it saves it under recent and you can click on it. Miss Cunningham put a lot of good directions on how to do that. So after I've uploaded my picture right here, I would click submit assignment and it would send Miss Cunningham the picture of my Who Wants to Be a Hundredaire homework. So I'm done with my homework and I'm going to go back to modules. I didn't submit it, so I need to make sure I click leave. You need to make sure you press submit after you have uploaded your picture so it will save. And now on to my last thing under Monday, and it's these videos. So there's a couple division songs that Miss Cunningham has uploaded that might help you. And she says they're only 1 minute and 40 seconds, and this one's 3 minutes and 39. So after your homework, you can watch those, and they look to be kind of funny, so that's perfect. So I'm done with my math today. I'm going to go back to my modules and just make sure I covered everything. Need to scroll down. Okay, I watched the video. That was the last thing for Monday, so I'm done with math for today. So I'm going to go over back to that suggested schedule Miss Glisson made for us. And I'm done with my math, so now I need to go to science. So I'm going to go to Canvas, and I'm going to go back to my dashboard. So since I'm going to go to Earth Science, I need to find it on my dashboard. Here it is. So I'm going to click. And Miss Dixon, if she has any announcements, they're going to pop up right here. So I need to make sure I look. She posted these for virtual students. So you can click on these announcements and see what she has said for us. So I can see that. And now I'm going to go to my modules. I'm going to hit collapse all. And then it's going to make all these modules go down smaller so that it doesn't take up my whole screen. And I'm going to scroll down until I see October 19th because that's today's date. And I'm going to click on it. And it's going to open up for me. And I'll see the work I need to do under today. So today's Monday. So I'm going to click the work under Monday. And it's going to open up for me. And then through this, it says it's an external tool, so I think I'm going to have to do something on this slideshow. So I can scroll through and see what all I need to do. So this tells me to watch this video, what facts are interesting to me. It says to discuss this. There's just different things. I need to watch this video. Science quote. Explain what this means to you. And then there's a joke of the week. So I need to watch those videos in that and read all that information from Miss Dixon. So I'm going to, after I've gone through that whole slideshow, I'm going to go back to modules. I'm going to collapse all. I'm going to go back down to today. And it looks like that's the only thing I needed to do today because today was Monday and that's the only thing under there. So I'm going to go back to my schedule. And I see I need to go to my Ela assignments. So I'm going to go back to Canvas. I'm going to go to my dashboard. And then I'm going to click on my Ela class. I have Miss Blanks right here. So I'm going to click on her Ela class on the dashboard. I'm going to let it load, see if I have any announcements today. I don't have any announcements, so I'm going to go straight to modules. I'm going to scroll on up, hit collapse all. I'm going to scroll until I see today's date. It's the 10th, or it's October 19th. And I see everything under Monday that Miss Blanks needs me to do. So first, she has this handy-dandy checklist right here that reminds me all the things I need to make sure I have done so far. It says make sure you're being the best version of yourself. I can be the best version of myself by making sure I've done all of these things. So I'm just going to go through and make sure I've done all of that. She has all these directions that I might need. So after I've done all that and I made sure I'm doing everything I need, I'm going to go back to Monday the 19th. So the next thing that I need to do are these Tuck Everlasting vocabulary cards. It says I need to study them for a quiz. So it says there's 10 vocabulary words. Read, study, and learn the definitions for each one. I might need to print them and make flashcards if I like. So at first it gave it a little error message, but I let it sit for a second and it loaded up. So that's perfect. So I just need to study these for my test. So after I've taken time to study these, I can go back and click back on modules. And then go to vocabulary bell work. That's the next thing. I've already done this and I've done this. So I'm going to go to the next one. It's vocabulary bell work. This one's due on Wednesday, so I don't have to do it all today. But I'm going to go ahead and look at it to see what all it entails, just in case I need to get started on it today. So I can see that it's loading, so I'm just going to be patient. And then it has these slides. Oops. I can click, you see right here where it says Tuck vocabulary slide list. Right here it looks a little bit small, but if you click right here, it opens it up in a new tab. So I'm going to open it up so it's a little bit easier to see. It says to read the directions and use the flashcards to complete each question. So I just need to fill in the blank with the correct vocabulary words. And it looks like you might be able to click on here. Okay, and then you just type right here. You just add in your words. So that's pretty good. So you don't have to do all that today, she said, but it is all due by Wednesday. So I might want to go ahead and get started and do a few. So I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to go back to Miss Blank's modules. I'm going to click collapse all, scroll all the way down. Book, this is what popped up. So I need to read over this from Miss Blanks. And in that earlier checklist, she told me which pages to read. So you can go back to that first checklist and see which pages of this that you need to be reading for her. So I'm going to go back to my modules and I'm going to see that's the last thing. Here's the audio link for the book, but this is how you can actually read it. So that's the last thing under Monday. So I'm going to go to my schedule. And it says after ELA is lunch. So I'm going to take me a little break and I'm going to eat my lunch. And then after my lunch, I see that I have my live social studies class meeting. So I'm going to go to my social studies class. I'm going to go to dashboard. I need to scroll down until I see Miss Sewell's class right here, social studies. So she's made some announcements, but those are, I've already seen those because the dot's gone away. So I'm going to go to modules now. I'm going to hit collapse all at the top. And I'm going to go to this week and I'm going to expand it. So it has this week's instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and read that and see what kind of information. So here are some instructions for the week. And here's this video that Miss Sewell has made for me to give me some instructions. So I'm going to watch this video and she'll tell me exactly what I need to do this week. It's only a minute and 51 seconds, but it has a lot of really good information in there. So make sure you're reading this information and watching these videos. So after I watch that video, I'm going to go back to modules. And then today's live session, so I need to right at 1:25, they say they're going to post the link. So I'm going to go in here, and since it's after 1:25, it's probably not going to be on here, but I could click this link. Oh, it is. So I'm going to click this link, and this is where I join my live meet on Monday with Miss Sewell. You can see where she put it in the modules, and I'll go back and remind you. So it is right here under this week. She's labeled it live session day, and she told me the link will not be added until after 1:25. So if it's before 1:25 and you click here and you don't see it, just come back at 1:25 and then just double check and see if you can see it then. So after my live session, I still have work I need to do for social studies today. So I'm going to go to my Monday work after my live meeting. I'm going to see what I need to work through. So it looks like I have a few things I need to do. So I'm going to start with my bell work. And it asks me, why do I think the Statue of Liberty is green? So this is a little confusing because you can't really see where you need to type anything. So what you need to do is you need to click Submit Assignment. I know it's a little confusing because you don't have anything to submit yet. And this is where you will type your answer. And then after you've typed it, you need to click Submit again right here. I'm using Chandler's account right now, so I don't want to submit anything because I don't want to mess up his grade. So after he had typed his answer, he would just click Submit right here. So that's what you need to do. So on these text box submissions, where it says text box entry, you've got to hit the Submit button right here, and then the text box will appear right here. So you can type, and then you need to hit Submit again. That's one important thing about Canvas. On a lot of the things you're doing, there's two places you need to hit Submit more often than not. So after my bell work, I'm going to go back to modules. I'm going to leave that since I didn't submit it. But if you were doing this, you need to make sure you click cancel and go back and save it. So after bell work, I'm going to go to environmental issues in Europe. It tells me exactly what I need to do. It says you will use this file to take notes. You can also click save on the top right corner. You'll use this Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So I'm going to let this open in a new tab. So once your Cami is open and you've logged in using your email, it'll come up like this. So this is where I need to type in my answers. So over here, there's a lot of different tools, but I'm going to select text box. And right here, I need to create a copy. So once I have a copy, it's going to open up my own and it'll let me work on it. So perfect. So now I can open up my text box. So I'm going to click right here and I can type. And this is how I will save it. And then once I'm done, I need to click save right here. And it'll save that work for me. I'm going to just click right here on my Google Drive and I can see that it is in there. Because this will help me. Yep, it is right there. So that'll help me know that I have saved it in my Google Drive and I can go back to it and work on it later when I need to. So after I have done this and I have saved it, I'm going to go back to my modules and hit collapse all and scroll down to today. And I have European environmental issues. So I'm going to click on that one. It says, make sure you use the graphic organizer to write down the highlighted information from the Nearpod. So we're going to let this screen load. So that last page was the graphic organizer that I need to use to watch this information.
Get into McPherson.
And it'll come up right here. So once the Nearpod is open, I can type in my name. I'm Chandler. Oops, it didn't even type right. Oops, and I'm just going to go ahead and start. So you just go through this Nearpod, and you would use that graphic organizer on the other page to type in your notes. So let's let it load. So I need to make sure I watch all these videos through here that Miss Sewell has provided. So I'm going to click the play button. And I'm just going to make sure I watch all of these. I need to scroll through here and make sure I use all this information on that graphic organizer. And she says I need to use the highlighted information. So she's told me what's highlighted here. So that's the important things that I need for that graphic organizer. So what I'm going to do just to make this easier is I'm going to show you how you can make it a little bit easier to work on this at the same time. So if you go up right here to this tab that you are on and you hit your mouse using both of your pointer finger and your other finger at the same time, you'll see this pop up. You need to go down and hit duplicate. You can go back to modules and go down to that graphic organizer. And you can use it open at the same time. So instead of having to remember what you were doing and going back and forth, you can just have this open and just toggle over to this tab and add your information on your graphic organizer. So instead of just having to remember it and writing it down and then going on another tab, you can just keep it open and just go back and forth between those two. So Cami is loaded. And then once it loads, I can just keep it open and I can come over here and look at what I need and then put it right over here. So when I'm done with that, I just need to remember I need to click done and I can submit right here. So I'm going to unsubmit that for Chandler because I don't want to get him a bad grade because I didn't complete it. So you need to click submit and then submit there to turn it in. So I'm going to click out of that since I am done. And I'm going to go back to modules. I'm going to go down to today, and the last thing I need to do is activity acid rain. So after that, I'm done with social studies. So she gives me directions. She says make sure to read the directions. So I'm sure the directions are going to be on this Cami assignment. So it tells me to design a t-shirt. So Chandler's already done this on paper, but if he were a virtual student, he could have came over here and used like the drawing tools. He could have used the shapes. So since this is already turned in and I'm editing, it's giving me some error messages, but you can use shapes and you can fill it in with colors. You can use the eraser. You can add pictures from the internet. There's all different kinds of things you can do, but you got to make sure you click done and then submit so it turns into your teacher. So there's a save button, and sometimes it'll say save and sometimes it'll say done. You need to click that, and then you also have to click submit. This has already been submitted and I don't want to mess them up, but if you're at home and you're doing an assignment, save, submit. There's 2 places to do it. So I'm done. I'm going to go back to modules and just make sure I've done everything. Okay, yep, acid rain was the last thing for Monday, so I need to go to my schedule. Miss Glissa made, and she said, check Canvas for your elective coursework. So I'm going to go to dashboard, and I'm going to find my electives. So I have art and health. So I'm going to go to my art class and just check what's going on in there this week. Okay, she doesn't have any announcements for me, so I'm just going to go straight to modules and hit collapse all. And I'm going to find this week. So Monday, it says complete and submit Friday's assignment since we were not in the classroom. So they had to move out of their classroom, so they just had to make sure they finished everything that was on Friday. So I'm going to go back to Friday. That was the 16th. And I would do both of these assignments, make sure they were submitted. What is art? I've already submitted that, so that's good. She just wants me to make sure I have it done. She gave me good directions. So her other assignments for the week typically look like this. So she gives me a video, and then she gives me something to do. It says take notes while you're watching and submit those notes. You'll need to have a minimum of 5 notes. So to submit these, I'd hit submit, and the text box would come up right here, and then there would be another submit button that I needed to click to type in. So after that, I need to go back to my dashboard. Once I'm on my dashboard, I know I need to check my grade level class every day for new announcements. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm going to see if Mr. Brown might have put some stuff in for me or if I need to review the announcements. So I'm just going to click through here and see if there's anything that I really need to know because they put lots of information on there. So if your Chromebook was messed up, it gives you the hours that you could go to the building and get them fixed. Unity Day is on Wednesday. We need to wear orange. If you participate at home, you could always send me, Miss Newman, a picture so you can be added with our yearbook pictures. Our Thursday is Pink Out Day. Wear pink. It's Bus Driver Appreciation Week. Next week is Red Ribbon Week, so it gives us the day so that we can go ahead and get our stuff ready so we can participate. Library books, if you have any out from last year. Virtual students, you can drop them off in the box at the front of the school and we can get them in. Prongs, if you have one like this, if you're virtual, you'll need to take it to the technology office. That's at 100 North Davis Road, and they can swap it out during those virtual office hours that are on that first page of the announcements. All students are receiving free breakfast and lunch this year. It gives us a little blurb for where we can go for virtual students, so you would just click right here for that. Pre-ordering meals, I could read through that. The FFA is selling aloe plants. Meals on Wheels, it gives me the bus stop times. Orchestra, if you're interested in orchestra, that gives you some information. Infinite Campus, it gives you your username and password. Immunization records, we need those at school, so make sure you have those in. Here's some information about here comes the bus app. keep reading ebooks. If you need help, you can email me. I put my email right here. Make sure you check your Canvas and your student email. So that means your Canvas grade level and your email. So your email, if you're just on a regular tab, if you click right here where it says Gmail, it'll take you straight to your student email. So Chandler is a in-person student, so he doesn't check his email as much as he would definitely need to if he was a virtual student. And you can see right here where Miss Sewell sent him messages, Miss Thomas has sent him messages on here, Miss Blanks has, so he's missed some important things. So Chandler needs to make sure he's reading his email. This is the best place for you to email and contact your teachers. So make sure you are checking your email every day. If you've already read one, you can click on it and just delete it and it'll get it out of your emails. So that is just our little overview of Canvas. But if you are having any trouble, make sure you reach out to your counselors or me, Miss Newman, and we will get you all set up. Just let me know if you have any more questions and I'll be happy to help.